The amazing streak continues with Carmelo in the building. The New York Knicks continued their incredible streak on Sunday afternoon with their 8th straight win and a 129-128 win over the Denver Nuggets at Madison Square Garden. The win was the Knicks' 13th in their last 14 games, and after beginning the season with a record of 3-8, they are now 16-9. The storyline of Sunday's game centered around Denver All-Star forward Carmelo Anthony, who many believe will be a Knick by this time next season. Anthony, in his 8th NBA season, is in the final year of his contract with Denver and has let it be known that he would like to play in New York. Carmelo scored 31 points in the game to go along with 13 rebounds, while Knicks forward Amari Stoudemire finished the game with 30 points. Stoudemire has now scored 30 or more points in every game the Knicks have won during this 8-game win streak, and Carmelo is very impressed.
I think right now he's on a hot streak. He's on a roll. He's getting it in different styles out there. He's getting it at the elbow. He's getting it at the block. His jump shot is falling right now. So he has a nice rhythm going right now. But I didn't see Amari for a long time playing like this. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he came here. I'm happy he's playing at the level that he's playing at right now.
The last time the Knicks saw Denver earlier in the season before Sunday, the Knicks left Denver with a record of 3 wins and 8 losses. After Sunday's game, the Knicks now have a record of 16 wins and 9 losses.
When we played them in Denver the first time, they look like a totally different team right now. They got a lot of rhythm going out there. It seems like everybody's on the same page. Everybody's, doing their part out there. And they rolling right now.
Carmelo says he received much love during his brief 2-day stay in the Big Apple.
Everybody's, yelling out the windows and just, Melo, we need you in New York, that talk. Of course that feels good when you know somebody out there wants you to come and, represent that team, represent their city. So that's what I took from it.
Now the man who will have the responsibility of trading Anthony or not is Denver General Manager Masai Ujiri, and he spoke with WBAI Sports.
The situation is what it is, and we continue to talk and assess the situation, and we'll deal with it as it comes.
And Ujiri, who was born in Nigeria, is the first African-born general manager in the NBA.
You feel honored and blessed and humbled, and I certainly thank my organization and owners, the Kroenkes, for the opportunity. And yes, I'm representing a great continent, and I think it's my duty to represent them well.
And we will give you more on the story of Denver Nuggets general manager Masai Ujiri in the coming days. Now, also yesterday, we spoke with former New York Knick and first-year Denver Nugget forward Al Harrington. Harrington played for the Knicks for the past 2 seasons, and Harrington told us his thoughts on his former team's play.
I think they're doing a great job, you know what I'm saying? It's really starting to come together for them, and I'm happy for them. Like I said, I'm always at the bottom of my heart, I'm a Knick fan, and I'm just happy to see the team doing well.
All right, man, so I know last year, that to me you had an incredible season. I love your game. You can really do it all out there, and you lit it up last year on a number of occasions, and so I know you wanted to come back. Just how did that whole process work out over the summer where you wanted to come back, you ended up not being able to, ending up in Denver?
Yeah, it was, the process, well, it wasn't that bad, but, I kind of knew early that, where the team stood, once they, traded David Lee and everything. So it was at that point I knew I had to move on. So it is what it is. In the past, I was just grateful to play for the Knicks for 2 years, and, the whole chapter of my life is done.
All right, man, I had to ask you about, the Carmelo Anthony situation. This team, he's been here for a while. It's 8th year on the team, and I know you guys have a team that had, guys are contender to make it to the Western Conference Finals and all that, and so I know you guys want to do that, so yes, but when training camp first started, there was a lot of speculation that he was going to get traded and all that, so just what's it been like just in the locker room and just with that whole thing going down?
Honestly, we don't even think about it, man. The good thing about Melo is that even with the distraction, he don't let it affect him at all the way he deal with us. So I think as long as he not, acting funny or doing anything like that, it's easy for us just to, go as business as usual.
So you played in New York, right? So just seeing his personality and just seeing the kind of game he has and all that, just how do you think he would be able to handle it on this stage in New York, spotlight all the media and all that?
I honestly know one thing about that, man. I just hope he's, stay with this team so we keep winning.
And then we spoke with Carmelo Anthony's longtime Denver teammate, guard J.R. Smith. Smith says he has loved his time playing with Carmelo.
It's been fun being on the same team as Melo. I mean, he's made people better, not only on the court but off the court. I think he's matured to a great young man. I mean, I can't wait to see what the rest of his career looks like.
Is it tough at all to play when you're turn on TV and you hear people talking about your team and what might happen, and so much speculation?
Nah, I mean that's pretty much been the team MO since I've been here. Working, I mean, they getting guys in and out and working on, I mean, different things during the summertime and the season. So, I mean, it's just part of the game.
Right. So, just for you as a basketball player, when you come to New York and play at Madison Square Garden, is there any special feelings playing in the Garden?
Definitely. I mean, it's the most historic building, I mean, in the world, in my opinion. I mean, I grew up in Jersey, so I mean, unfortunately, I didn't grow up a Knicks fan. I grew up a Bulls fan, but I mean, I always wanted to play the Garden.
You grew up in Jersey, you grew up a Bulls fan, and so the Knicks, Knicks in the 90s, they were always in the playoffs, always had the city buzzing, In the last 10 years, they haven't been doing anything, no playoff games, just losses, and now you look up, and they're 14-9 right now, they're playing really good. You got Amari Stoudemire, and everything's coming together for them at the moment. So just what do you think about what they're doing?
I mean, I think they're doing great. I mean, it's seven-game win streak, and it's first time in a long time. I'm sure a lot of people are glad to see it and want to see it. So, I mean, I'm happy for them. I'm just waiting to get out there with the new team again.